Alright, welcome back. This may just be like an interlude episode, like a short episode. I'm not sure. I'm pretty tired. I really was just going to check this spot to see if the bream were still biting so that next episode I would know, if it was worth coming to fish here. Well, I throw the 2 rods in now that we have a second upgraded feeder, and we immediately get a pretty nice bream. I've got the little size 24 hooks with worms on the 3rd rod. We got that white bream. And then this one just hooked into something that's massive for this rig. I mean, remember, we have a 3.2 fluorocarbon leader. So this could totally just be like a small common carp or something. But I think if this is a bream, we're up near 3.5 kilo at least. And I'm not going to be completely shocked if it was a trophy, if it's a bream. Now, if you notice, we don't have much line on the spool. But thankfully, it doesn't look like, as long as it stays where it's at, it doesn't look like it's going to spool us. If you look at the map here, I mean, I guess if it goes under the bridge, we may have to chase it a little bit. I mean, we're not very close to pulling it in consistently. It's given us some line now and again, but again, if this is a bream, it is a really nice bream. But it doesn't have to be a bream. There are other things it could be, but that's what the most likely candidate is. And this is our newer of the 2 rigs, so this one is on basic bottom. So if this is a bream, I'll probably switch both to basic bottom and not paternoster. For now, at least. Not that there's any reason to think that, it's just RNG, but just in case basic bottom is working a little better, I would probably switch. If it's a bream, it should be done fighting. I mean, even trophy bream don't last that long. So it should pretty much be coming in belly up pretty soon here, even if it's a trophy. I think it's possible it's just 3 kilos, but either way, it's going to be the largest bream we've ever caught on this leveling series. So what started as let's just test the waters here has now turned into, I guess I should record this because we're getting a substantial fish, and it looks like this spot is in fact working pretty well. But kind of fun to do a little short episode, I guess. That's weird that it's pulling a little bit again. I don't dare shift. I don't dare zoom in. We want to reel it in as risk-free as possible. As it gets a little closer, though, we should see it at the surface, and we should be able to tell based on coloration of the fish and what it looks like if it is in fact a bream and how good of a bream it is. I just think at such a low level with low skills and stuff, it just doesn't seem like it's very likely we'd hit a trophy on mosquito with bream, but it could be a really nice one though if it is in fact a bream. Again, I think it's got to be 3 kilos. Fought so much more than the 2.5 kilos or whatever we've caught so far. Is that even a bream, though? It is. It is. It's a really big bream, right? Oh, no, it's an eyed. I'm sorry. No wonder it fought like that. That actually kind of explains a lot. That explains a lot. Big-eyed and a lot of XP for our level. All right, so this one's still on Paternoster. Besides that, these two rigs are identical. Same size hooks, same size leaders, fishing in the same spot here. And your best chance of getting a really nice bream comes until about 7 a.m. So that's about how long we'll fish here. And by the way, I was just testing to see, like, can we catch rough in the same spot where we're catching bream? I think the answer is probably no, because the bream species fish seem to be getting the bait first. So we probably do want to put this line back where we usually catch rough from, as to not get into these situations. I mean, is that even a kilo? No, but it's probably one of those, like, just marker size. Yeah. So let's go put this one over here. What do we normally do? Like 20 clip or something. I think that's fine. Nice eyed though. I mean, that'll be a decent amount of silver. Not going to be a cafe order for that though, I don't think, at Mosquito. Big chunk of XP though. I mean, totally worth sticking with that fish and eventually getting it in there. These little Lacertes are pretty durable, which is good. So just in the short amount of time, and we got one bream that was over 2 kilo, a 2.8 eyed. It's not going to be the best spot ever, but for Mosquito, it's still decent. It's probably worth fishing some. Can't tell. I think there's a fish on. Yeah, I'm really going to hope that there's not a rough order after we sold all those rough earlier, because I'm not going to have enough now. Ooh, another. Looks like big pulling fish. All right, let's just cast this over here. It'd be nice to be able to catch rough a little closer to our bream spot. Goodness. So that's two pretty nice sized fish on the basic bottom rig. This is being a lot less aggressive than the eyed was. Probably a little smaller and maybe a bream instead. I don't know. So if you don't remember, we're using ground crackers, millet porridge, maggots, and sunflower oil for this fake bream mix we've been going with. Yeah, look how much slower this one's running. It's really, like, it's pulling line slowly, but it's not like taking off across the lake like that eyed did. I doubt it's an eyed. If it is, it's just a lot smaller. Popped off. There's nothing you can do about that. We didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't reeling when it popped off. It just was pulling so hard and steady that the chances of it coming off are just higher. I didn't cast that far enough. A roach. Okay, not a rough. A little perch, maybe? We do have worms on. We'll see if we could just get it, like, on that part of the 4 meter. 20-meter clip towards that. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're just inside 4 meter there, so that may work. All right, so let's go to basic bottom on this one real quick, and let's just take the leader off for a minute. We're gonna go just with the strength of the line and real strength, which should be about 4 kilos of drag. We want to be careful and not put it up in the red much, because the line is actually a little too strong for this reel. But let's see if we can still get a bite rate without the little leader on there. Yeah, it looks like we already are. There's a big one. So we're going to get a lot more strength to fight this fish. It'll be interesting to see what this is if we can get it in. And again, I'm not going to let it go in the red. We're just going to sit in the yellow because we want to be careful with this. We don't want to... It's one thing to snap a spark into. I'm not interested in snapping these Lacertes. This is running more like the eye did. Yeah, I think this spot's going to be worth it. I mean, I think we might just hang out, and if there's roach here as well, during the day we could just switch over to roach ground bait instead of the bream. Or just keep our fake bream mix on there. It seems to be working for roach as well. So this might be a spot we just want to camp out at for a straight 24-hour period next episode. We're getting some interesting fish here, and if we can keep a bite rate up without the leader on, then we're going to be in the fight with fish a little better. Might even be worth upgrading the quality of line. We do have this very cheap express fishing line on there. If we put a little nicer mono line on there, it might get a little bit better reliable connection. Just don't want this one to pop off. Kind of feels like it's not strong enough to fight anymore. So now it's just a matter of, can we get it in without it coming unhooked? Yeah, it's really not going to pull line anymore at all, I don't think. Oh, maybe not. I think this is turning into a really interesting spot for low-level players, though. And maybe other spots will emerge, but pre-Old Berg, I'm glad we've got something to at least have a chance of catching some decent-sized fish worth some good silver. Well, he's got more life than I realized. It's 8:38. I don't think we'll throw it back in. If we can get this fish in, or regardless, we'll catch what's on the other lines, and then we'll call it a short episode. This might be where it's at, though. It's going to affect your bite rate a little bit. It's not ideal to not be using a leader, but just getting that little bit more strength. You need it if you're really going to be trying to catch the decent bream and eyed efficiently. Yeah, this fish is coming in now, right? Can we see it? Is it another eyed, or is it a bream this time? We should be able to see it right here. I think that is another eyed. So it's interesting. It's like the eyed are kind of moving in. Kind of okay with that. Look at that. 2.75. Another 1500 XP. Wow. And again, without a leader at all that time. Oof. Mistakes were made. We don't have any energy. We need to just try to get this fish in. Emergency, emergency. Don't let it run. It is a bream. Okay, very good. Very good. All right. Did this catch anything? We might have to work on our rough spot. Oh, no, I think it did. Okay, this might work. Good to know. This has been a very productive 15-minute episode here. Now let's go be angry and see if there's rough orders at the cafe. Kind of energized me a little bit. It's been a long day and I'm still dealing with work stuff, but we'll see. Maybe I've got another episode in me today. I mean, I've already got one scheduled to release in the morning, so you won't be seeing this the day that I'm recording it, but it'll be the day after early. So if I can do another one in the next little while, I may. If not, it'll be probably what we do in the first episode I make tomorrow. All right, let's just see based on what they're just worth. So that eyed 11.79 silver. Two really nice fish. I mean, these two fish together, more silver than, we were making it winding in like 30 minutes. So, okay. So yeah, that would be interesting. Like a full day there, maybe we could get something like that kind of roach order. Oh, that's frustrating. Well, now I've got to do an episode, do that freaking rough order, right? We did not have an 800 gram chub. We probably won't have small roach, but you never know. Trophy eyed? Do we think that's possible there? I don't know. All right, so we sell everything except for the rough, right? The bream, 16 silver. I guess let's look for a total fish, 41. Okay, bream, 16. Two nice bream. We're back in the money. Nothing for the chub. We're going to hold on to the roach, I guess. 23 silver for the eyed. So good. Nothing for the perch. And do we hold the white bream just in case? How likely is it that another white bream order is going to pop up? 23 hours. So we'll see this one replaced. We'll see this sleeper. I guess it's possible. We'll see 2 orders cycle, or 3 because the frog. We'll see 3 orders cycle. What if we get a second rough order? That would be pretty epic. All right, we'll hold on to that stuff. So we're up to 43 silver again, and we've got potential for 27 more silver pretty easily with the rough. Okay, there's your little short half episode. Sorry, less than half episode. But maybe we'll work on a full one here shortly, and we'll just fish for roach all day and then see if we can get a decent night out of it. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.